All right, class, welcome to week 7. So let's go and check out our folders. This week we're going to be looking at ways of formatting research effectively in our writing. Perfect timing for your essays, right? Our textbook reading, we are going to read They Say, I Say, Part 3, tying all together, and then an additional essay, which will help you with the discussion board assignment at the end of this list. But let me scroll down and help you kind of do this effectively. In the section, is college the best option? So once again, it kind of ties with our looking into researching academics and higher education. There's several essays. In this section, you get to choose whichever one you would like. You want to summarize the article, identify the author's conclusion, and discuss your own opinion about what you think. And also, I want you to find another piece of evidence that supports or refutes that conclusion. So you'll be sharing your take on different essays about college and whether it's the best option. And don't forget to cite and identify. I would probably, depending on your schedule, make sure that you read that first. So this way you have enough time to get your post in for Thursday night's initial deadline. And the rest of the items you can read throughout the week. You have a little bit more of a free time with that. All right, so we're going to look at research methodology. So this is a presentation that will show you how to develop your own research process. The quotation sandwich, They Say, I Say, is super good, but there's also the quotation sandwich. Is kind of a cheesy basic way of framing a quote. You present the context of the quote, so things like who said it. If they're an expert in the field, that'd be important. If there's a historical context, if someone's saying something about the way we do things in 1972 versus today, it could be very different. You want to bring that in. If it's connected to a larger piece of writing or a larger project or some discovery or something, give the context, introduce it. Why do we want to read this quote? Then present the quote and then tie it to your ideas. So we don't want any just random, really amazing quotes and then not know why you're using it. And this will give you a little bit of an idea of how to do that. When working with research, we want to make sure we format the titles of our resources better. We have some capitalization rules and also formatting titles. Rule of thumb, the bigger works are in italics, the smaller works are in quotation marks. For example, the New York Times would be in italics, but an article found in the New York Times would be in quotation marks. And nobody underlines anything anymore, so we don't have to worry about that. All right, now we're going to look at some research methodologies as well, some argumentative writing. Research methodologies here provides you with an outline of the argumentative process. Let's see. And then we have a little bit of an introduction to the RCBC libraries. If you haven't used that already, definitely check those out. You're going to have the better sources, or at least easier to find the better sources. You're going to need to get a library card, and even if you haven't gone to the library, they have a way of giving you a code for a distance education student, online learning, and then also all the resources. And here's kind of a quick start to show you all the topics that they have curated together and resources that they have. Best thing about using the database is, one, you're paying for it, you might as well use it. Two, it filters out a lot of that SEO or business type writing. So a law office, they have a great blog that tells you about some new innovation in criminal justice. But meanwhile, their 1-800 number at the top is showing you that they are just using that to get more people on the site. It's not the best academic source. So our libraries are going to filter a lot of that stuff out. In addition, our libraries have the ability to filter by year. Google does not do that. If the most popular article on a certain topic has gotten the most hits since 2007, it could still be at the top of the list. 2007 might be exaggerating a little bit. But here, if you are working on something that changes constantly, like law, like science, you have the ability to say, okay, I only want things from the last 5 years. And there's a filter on the library databases that allow that. So that really cuts down your searching time. You can get really specific. So I definitely recommend getting familiar with these resources. And at any time, you can reach out and have a librarian do a demonstration or help assist you working with the library. Okay, and lastly, our main assignment, because I know you guys are still working on essay 1, read that essay. Is college the best option? Heck, one of these articles might be really good for your paper. Summarize the article and identify the conclusion. Don't forget to use an additional piece of research to support what you're trying to say, support or refute what you're trying to say. All right, so that is our lesson for this week. Email me if you have any questions.